This is my review for Craig Petty's Parlour. It's by World Magic Shop, and I'm going to jump off the review by saying that I have deep respect for Craig Petty and David Penn. I think everything they've tried to do for magic has been beneficial, and I actually believe they're two of the strongest magicians in the UK at the moment. Having said that, it would be negligent of me to not say why this product was released, and probably in a little bit of a hurry because of the product they put out previous to this. But having said that, I felt this was a really good show. Okay, I've seen Craig Petty perform live, and especially when his is slightly unusual, he's a little bit loud, and I preferred him in this style. Here, he was really nice, really charming. He was funny. Now, none of the jokes were his, and not that I recall. A lot of the jokes were tried and tested one-liners from your various books which have been released about jokes for magicians. But the thing about comedy is timing is essential, and what Craig Petty had been able to do was found the perfect moment for all those lines. Now, if you want to watch a proper show and see how a good magician takes jokes and places them in a routine so that they enhance the whole act, this is a great example of that. He was funny and he knew how to tell the jokes and when, which is a lesson you'll have to watch this DVD several times, the show, in order to really absorb how that works. But he deserves great props for putting on a great show. However, my review is not going to be without criticism, because the DVD is called Parlour, and this was not a parlour show. Just because he had 20 people in front of him does not mean that that becomes a parlour show. He was doing micro magic. He was doing one-on-one coin tricks with coins in people's hands. That's a trick you do on the street. At best it's a close-up effect. I'll be saying it's called micro magic. So it should not be called Parlour. It should be called a close-up show. If he did his set as you saw it at, say, Illusions or as a bar act, I could see it. I would give this DVD 100% because it is worth that. He is a professional entertainer, and it comes across that he's performed these tricks day in, day out, and that he knows his material. The problem is it's not a parlour show that he did. So anyone buying this will be misled into thinking that they can perform these tricks at their next parlour show, as if people know what parlour is anymore. But no, the effects for me were all close-up magic, and that will affect my rating. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that, because I actually love this product. I've watched it several times. But I'm going to knock points off because it's wrongly titled, and I have to do that because it's a review show. I've got to be fair. There wasn't really much to it. The tricks themselves were okay. Things like silk to egg, card under box. There was a lot of coin tricks, a bit of repetition on that effect, and I don't think there were some of the best tricks in the world. I think if you were going to do your own parlour show, you would use your own material anyway. You'd have resources and you'd have different routines that you would want to use. So I'm not going to say you're going to learn any great tricks from this, because I just don't think you will. He does have the whole second DVD is the explanation for all the coin sleights and routines. I just don't think that the tricks themselves were what I would perform. It doesn't matter if it was close up, micro magic or cabaret or parlour, I wouldn't perform them. It's just not my taste. But that's just my opinion. As a reviewer, I've got to say these were the tricks he chose to do, and as a performance, I'm going to say it over again, it was timed to perfection, it was routine and patterned. He knows what he's doing. So I do think this is a quality DVD that everybody should watch to learn how he goes about putting our show together, because I think that's important. I'm going to give it a rating of 90%. 90. I want to give it more, I do, but I have to knock at least 10% off because it's not parlour magic. I'm sorry, it just is. But I wanted to make this review especially for this product because I was reading some of the reviews on the cafe and they were being a bit cruel about it, to be fair, and this is a quality show. You won't go wrong, you'll enjoy watching it. Whether you'll learn anything from it, I don't know, but I think you will have a very entertaining evening seeing a professional magician, a master of his art, performing what he does best. 90%.